Ever looked into a pair of eyes and felt a chill? Or heard a sound that made your blood run cold? Today, we're diving deep into the world of female monsters, pitting an ancient legend against a modern nightmare. Medusa versus Hachishakusama. Who is the true queen of terror? Let's find out. Let's start with the classic, Medusa. You know her story. Cursed by Athena, this once beautiful priestess was transformed into a Gorgon, a monstrous creature with snakes for hair and a gaze so deadly it could turn any man to stone. Her story comes from the heart of ancient Greece, a world of gods, heroes, and epic quests. Medusa wasn't just a monster to be slain, she was a symbol. She represented the untamable, the dangerous feminine power that patriarchal ancient Greece feared. Her power was direct, confrontational, one look and it's over. She is the ultimate gatekeeper, a terrifying test for heroes like Perseus. Her lair is a gruesome gallery of her victims, statues frozen in their last moments of terror. The fear she inspires is primal, a fear of being seen, judged, and instantly destroyed. Now, let's fast forward a few thousand years and travel across the globe to modern Japan. Here, a different kind of horror lurks. Meet Hachishakusama, the 8-foot-tall woman. She doesn't have a mythical origin tied to jealous gods. Instead, she springs from the anonymous, creeping dread of internet forums and urban legends. She's a tall, slender woman in a white dress and hat who appears to children, haunting them with a chilling, repetitive sound, po dot 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 po dot 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 po dot 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 double quotes. Unlike Medusa's instant death stare, Hachishakusama's terror is a slow burn. Once she sets her sights on a child, she stalks them relentlessly. The fear isn't in a direct confrontation but in the inescapable, looming presence. She represents a modern anxiety, the fear of the unknown stranger, the unexplainable threat that can appear anywhere, anytime, in our seemingly safe suburban world. Her power is psychological. It's the dread of being watched, the constant paranoia of hearing that sound around the corner, knowing that she's getting closer. So what does this shift tell us? From Medusa to Hachishakusama, we see a fascinating evolution in what scares us. Medusa is a product of a society that feared female power and sexuality, turning a beautiful woman into a literal monster to be conquered and decapitated. Her power is physical, her danger obvious. Slay the monster, be the hero. It's a clear-cut battle of good versus evil, man versus beast. Her story is a warning, a cautionary tale about defying the gods and the established order. The fear is tangible, a solid, petrifying threat. Hachishakusama, on the other hand, reflects our contemporary fears. In a world connected by the internet, where stories spread like wildfire and real-world dangers can feel random and senseless, she embodies a more subtle, pervasive anxiety. She isn't a goddess or a mythical beast. She's an anonymous figure who could be anyone, anywhere. The horror she brings isn't a heroic battle. It's a desperate, often futile attempt to escape something you don't even understand. There's no hero's journey here, only survival, and even that isn't guaranteed. She's the fear of the uncanny valley, the unsettling feeling that something is deeply wrong with the world around you. Her power is not in her gaze, but in her very presence and the sound that signals your doom. Let's break down the nature of their terror. Medusa's fear is centered on the gaze. The eyes are the window to the soul, but hers are a gateway to oblivion. It's an intimate, yet fatal connection. You look at her, she looks back, and your existence ends. It's a power that punishes those who dare to look, a powerful metaphor for forbidden's knowledge or forbidden's desire. It's a very active form of horror. You must act, or rather, not act, by not looking to survive. Hachishakusama's terror is auditory and spatial. It's the po dot 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 po dot 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 double quote sound, a childlike noise corrupted into something sinister. It's her impossible height, which breaks the rules of normal human appearance. She doesn't need to look at you, she just needs to be near. The fear she creates is passive. You are the victim, the prey in a hunt you can't win. The horror comes from your powerlessness, The slow, creeping realization that your fate is sealed. You can't fight her, you can only try to run and hide, but her presence seems to defy locked doors and protective charms. This evolution from a monstrous gaze to a haunting presence says so much about us. In ancient times, fears were often personified in powerful, larger-than-life figures. Monsters had layers, weaknesses, and could be defeated by strength and cunning. But in our modern, more complex world, our fears have become more abstract, more psychological. We fear the things we can't see clearly, the threats that don't have a face, the dangers that infiltrate our everyday lives without warning. Hachishakusama is the ghost in the machine of modern society. So who wins this battle of terror? It's not a simple answer. Medusa is the queen of classic, visceral horror. She's a physical challenge, a monster that embodies raw, destructive power. She's the stuff of epic nightmares, but Hachishakusama is the master of modern, psychological dread. She gets under your skin and stays there, turning a simple sound or a tall figure in the distance into a source of pure panic. She represents the terror of helplessness. Ultimately, the scariest monster is the one that speaks to the fears of its time. Medusa was the perfect monster for an age of heroes and gods. Hachishakusama is the perfect monster for our age of anxiety and the unknown. They are two sides of the same coin, dark reflections of the societies that created them. From the petrifying gaze of a Gorgon to the chilling whisper of an 8-foot-tall woman, the face of female terror has changed, but its power to haunt our imaginations remains as strong as ever. What do you think? Who do you find more terrifying? A monster you can't look at or a monster you can't escape? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of monsters, make sure to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.